I was just telling them about Rohit Sharma, where leadership seems to come very easy to him. And how is it, she asked me handling these, senior spinners in Jadeja and Ashwin.
Yeah, and I think he's been brilliant. I think Rohit, just from the time he's been there, he has the respect of the dressing room. I think, it's one of those guys who's been around a really long time. He's the kind of person who doesn't speak a lot, but when he does, people listen. I think he deeply cares about everyone as well in the group, and I think people see that. So it's obviously his captaincy is really good. He's got the smarts, he understands the game, but also someone who's a really good leader off the field as well. I think the guys really gravitate towards that as well. So yeah, we've been really lucky. To have someone like Rohit follow up from Virat and the leadership of Virat over 4 or 5 years. We've really been lucky over the last 6-7 years in the Test team. We've had some fantastic leaders, and for Indian cricket, that's really important.
Rohit Sharma, the batter, he plays all 3 formats, but just watching him from the outside, seems like at the moment, today, he seems to be in great harmony with Test cricket. I mean, the batting that we've seen in that, first Test match here as well, in England. What's your thought?
He's a Bombay batsman grown up in the Maidans. We know a few of those guys. Yeah. We know how good a few of those guys are from the Bombay batsmen.
Format, it seems like he's in great harmony with Test cricket. As of today, it could change a month later, whatever. As of today,
he's been very unlucky. I mean, from the time that I've come, he's hardly played Test cricket. He's just not. He's unfortunately kept getting himself injured, and I told him, and it was just unfortunate not to have him in South Africa. It was unfortunate not to have him for the Test match against England. You can see the difference that it makes. He's just a class player. He's got the time and the way he plays spin, bat in front of the pad. He just knows how to dominate spinners when he needs to. Like I said, good old-fashioned. Old school Test batsman, and the beauty of him is that he can change that in other formats as well.
So, we saw that in pitches, but I have to ask about the man on the other end, because there's a lot. If you have a conversation with KL Rahul right now, who hasn't had a chance to play too much Test cricket as well, what's your conversation with KL Rahul right now?
With KL is just to keep trusting his processes and trusting what he's doing. I think this happens. This is a phase it happens to everyone. He's been probably one of our most successful overseas batsmen. For us, that's a very important thing as well to see. We know that he's got hundreds in Australia, he's got hundreds in England, he's got hundreds in South Africa. He's done really well for us. And yes, he's going through a tough period, and everyone goes through those periods. You just have to back yourself and trust yourself through that. We've supported him, and we continue to support him and back him all the way. And we know he'll come good. Like I was just telling him, again, you need a bit of rub of the green. Again, just what happened to him today was again very unfortunate. And sometimes when things are not going for you, this is what happens. But on other days when it starts happening, then he's got the class and the quality to turn it around.